Hi, I'm Othias, and this is my t-shirt, which means that this is the annual summer t-shirt sale. Now this year, it's even more important because you've seen the Maxim episode, you've seen sort of the Pedersen episode, you've seen, oh geez, at this point we did a Lewis before. We're starting to pile up some automatics and some rares. And in a lot of ways, that's cost us because we have to develop ammunition for the really weird stuff or just blow a lot of normal ammo in order to do something like this. And believe me, we've got at least 3 more machine guns filmed and ready. It's just a matter of getting the history together, getting the episodes stacked, and making sure that they're properly represented. I'm also staggering them a bit so that we don't just gorge ourselves and then go hungry. So in addition to this, I actually have an offer for another unbelievably cool gun to come in the mail for us to borrow. And then on top of that, we have some gentleman that has kindly offered us at least 2 or 3 more pieces that we could really use for the show. We just have to travel up to him. And again, that takes a lot of time and unfortunately currency. So that's why we do things like the t-shirt sales. They allow us to make up funds that we've kind of overspent or build up a savings so that we can then launch a big old campaign. Now, the effects of this episode coming out and the ones that you're going to see later, they were actually funded mostly by last year's sales. And then that was able to push us out to do what we needed to do. And yes, it's taken time because I do very long research stints and I make sure that we have everything we need. But this is what happened. So the fact that this guy's here today is because of those of you who supported us last year. And in this case, if you want to prepare for the next year, this is the time to support. So your options are this wonderful world standard Maxim t-shirt. Let me get you a photo. Yes, that's right. You can show your love of Hiram Maxim's most malevolent design in history right on your own chest. Now, option number 2, because we have been doing the countries and their mottos and their firearms together, which is actually a nice set. I know a lot of you have been requesting this. We finally have the United Kingdom with a triple stack of short magazine Lee Enfields and God Save the King emblazoned with beautiful white on red. This is actually a fantastically cool shirt, and I know it's going to do pretty well. So let me just get you a quick photo so you can see. I'm sure there are plenty of people who love Lee Enfields, but my favorite from the series so far, Italy. This one's great, green, white. You have your Carcanos, which, by the way, one of the most underappreciated rifles, like we talked about. And I know sales are not going to be super hot on this shirt compared to, say, Britain or the US. Those always do very well. But this shirt has the benefit of having the best national motto of all of them because it says, Vert, Vert, Vert. Which, as far as I can tell, most Italians can't seem to agree on exactly which Latin words these were shortened from, so it still remains a mystery. So you get to tell people when they ask you, hey, what does Vert, Vert, Vert mean? You say, oh, it's the Italian national motto. And then they say, yeah, but what does it mean? And you go, who the heck knows? They're Italian. I love doing that. So, excellent shirt, excellent conversation piece. And by the way, 2 very bright, beautiful colors. You know, you could be set for Christmas too, now that I think about it. I'm not sure why I released these at the same time. Anyway, and if you don't like color, don't worry. I heard you loud and clear. Beautiful, boring gray is available for the world standard. Thankfully, it has the liveliest, most interesting print on it. So this sort of works out nice and easy. Now, if you already like the shirts, you already know you're going to support, you can skip right on over to Indiegogo and reserve yours today. And I say reserve because for the rest of you, I'm going to explain this process. This always tends to be a problem. This is a campaign fundraiser in which we must amass the funds up front in order to bulk buy. So we have to have the money in hand and we have to know how many people in order to order the shirts to get the lowest possible price to benefit the show. If we tried to do this on an individual order basis, these things would be like $40. As they are, they're $20. Unless you're an extra husky boy, then you guys know there's more fabric, more cost for us. They're still available as an option. Go check it out. So we need cash and numbers up front. We're going to run for 30 days. At the end of that, Indiegogo likes to have a sit and think. And they tell us 2 weeks, but really it's been about 6 to 7 days. Then they give us the cash. At that point, Martin starts cranking these out. And by the way, Martin is based out of Texas. He is an excellent gentleman who actually screen prints these shirts. These are quality prints that are not going to come apart on you. And he has assured me that he is going to spend all of his cash from the t-shirt campaigns on alcohol and ammunition, but not at the same time. So you know that it's going to a good place, if not directly to C&Rsenal. You can feel good about the entire purchase. So just recall, it's going to take you about 6 weeks from the time. If you were the first one, it's probably going to take you about 6 weeks to get your shirt in. Now, if you're international, it depends on your customs department. I'm sorry, we get this a lot. We had a lot of trouble with German shirts going to Germany because apparently the World War I national motto is a little risque now. So just be a little thoughtful of that. There's no political statement here, by the way. I'm just going with what was the motto at the time of World War I. I know for some of you that's difficult. I'm really sorry, but I don't necessarily want to play with the sort of washing over history thing. We're just going to let them ride. If you can't do it, I apologize. We have a very neutral Maxim shirt now, so that's an option for you. But anyway, there's a group buying option. So if you want to get multiple shirts, you can ship together. If you want to get a discount on someone by buying more, great. It's all over there at Indiegogo. Just to be clear, order what you want. Be a little patient, it'll show up, and then all that cash goes to help us fund the show so we can do big projects like this. And usually it takes about 6 months to a year for some of these funds to really hit because, you know, we got a bunch of funds last year for our summer campaign. Thank you. It was way beyond expectation. And then that money actually went into a lot of the travel where we shot the Pedersen device and we made contacts for something like this. But we also fired like the Hotchkiss and then that Russian Maxim we shot. That was all funded by that. All the ammunition we brought along, all the hand loading, Mark doing all this work with the show shots that we're about to be able to do an episode on, all that kind of stuff comes from these big funds because right now Patreon sort of meets the demands of the day to day, and we want to stretch. We rely on the t-shirts and the posters. All right. A lot of you are probably bored by now, so I'm going to cut you loose. Have a good one.